We're losing our kids every day, to the streets, and they're not even able to grow old like we were. That's what I see. My grandchildren, their children, we will lose generation after generation, and it's important that we stop. I guess it's like a cycle, and it's repeating itself, and we have the opportunity to stop this.
An opportunity to stop a deadly cycle. So far this year, 5 of our young have been killed in the city, and now a group of moms who lost their children to city violence say it's time to step up and make a change. The group, Mothers of Murdered Sons and Daughters, plan to get out in front of the problem, turning to neighborhoods to make a change, and they say they are willing to work alongside city officials, but that it's the people within the communities that will make the biggest difference. The mayor is with us here tonight, the mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Rawlings-Blake. In an hour, she's going to be over there at Edmondson West Side. She will be addressing the community out there, and we thank her for coming in and making an appearance here tonight at 6 on In Focus. Keep our kids safe. That's a priority in your administration, isn't it?
It definitely is, and I always say we cannot arrest our way out of this situation. It is so important that I hear from young people, and I'm looking forward to the forum that I'm going to have tomorrow with young people, so we can talk about how we can work together better and create a safer city.
Mayor, we go as reporters knock on doors. You go and sit in the front row at their funerals. Is there a family, is there a name that sticks with you and propels you to do this effort?
I think it is certainly for me heart-wrenching as a mom to have to when I speak to any mom or any family that has lost a young person. It is something that is not foreign to my own family. I know that when we had the recent incident, the young Mr. Mayfield, Michael Mayfield, that was killed in Northwest, he was a student, an ROTC student at Edmondson West Side, and when I visited that school a few months ago, I had a chance to meet him and the other members of the ROTC, so that was particularly difficult for me because he was a young man that just seemed to be doing all of the right things.
Well, let's do it for him tomorrow. Tell me about this youth summit.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been going around the city in every police district with the police commissioner, with our fire chief, and holding a public safety forum. I said that in order for us to break loose of this cycle of violence, we have to do it in partnership with the community. I feel very, very strongly about that. So these are our opportunities to have a dialogue, to listen to the community, to hear how they think we can work together better. I'm going to do that this evening in Southwest, and then tomorrow I'm using it as an opportunity to bring together Baltimore's young people and hear from them. What can we do better to support you?
Do they want the rec centers? Do they?
I think they want to live in safe environments, and we want to help them. One of the things that that I did over the weekend, I put together a night basketball league to try to get more opportunities for young people to get off the street. But they want to work with us, just like I expect the adults in our community to work with us to be safer. There are so many young people, Michael Mayfield included. He was part of the group that was helping with the kids downtown, the Inner Harbor Project, with the kids that were trying to make it safe for everyone to enjoy the harbor. So I want to hear from the young people and let them know that we are here to support them. Okay,
the city council is right now proposing maybe toughen the curfew, maybe get kids maybe 10 years old off the streets by 9?
Yeah, so one thing that another thing that I've seen is that we have too many young people, young kids that are unsupervised out late at night, and we can't expect them to perform in school when we don't, enforce or encourage parents to get them in the house, after they're done with their homework and everything else, so they can get back up and ready for school in the morning. What we're doing is really tightening that window so we can identify more kids that are falling through the cracks. These kids that are out on the streets late at night. I've seen 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds come into the curfew center over the summer that were out without any adult supervision whatsoever. The same kids, one of my colleagues on the city council, remarked today that those same kids are the ones that are without supervision in the summer, the ones that are out late night in the winter without any coats on. This is about getting those kids that would otherwise fall through the cracks. When that happens, it is not a bad child. It is a child that doesn't have the support in their home that they need that will allow them to be out on the street, you know, that late at night without supervision. So we want to help identify those young people. This is not about arrest. This is not about citation. This is about getting those family the resources they need so this doesn't happen again. We want them to stay out of harm's way. We don't want them to perpetrate violence, and we don't want them to become victims. And we want to know where those families are that need help. And sometimes that's the way to find out.
Got to save our future.
We have to. It is so very important. When you lose a life, it's done. We don't get do-overs.
All right, Mayor, we'll see you back out there at Edmondson, West Side, and of course cover the summit tomorrow.